Hello and happy gaming, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I wanted to build a sort of general Black Mage build using the traditional definition of Black Mage from Final Fantasy, which basically means you specialize in destructive spells of the fire, ice, and lightning elements. Now, there's more to it than that, and there are some spells that have shifted back and forth between being Black Mage and White Mage spells, like Aro, sometimes it's a Black Mage spell, sometimes it's a White Mage spell. Sometimes they have no idea what the fuck to do with it, so they just kind of throw it all over the place. I'm sure you can hear Cecil in the background. He has been squawking his head off for the last couple of hours. Not entirely sure what to do with him right now. He is very, very demanding of attention, and I'm not entirely sure what to do about him. It's not like I've been ignoring him. But make no mistake, this is also a mystery box episode, so if you have your 5 guesses, by all means get them in. I will be dropping the box on floor 3-1, and then after that, the time to guess is over. So make sure you get your guesses in before I drop the mystery box, and let's get started. So I do have a very interesting poll for this week. I hope you guys find it to be just as interesting as I did, working on it and just kind of letting it go through. I will accept the Living Courtyard start, because I don't want to deal with Atlas later. I'd rather just take care of it now, get the shit done. Yeah, Cecil is just having a field day with me today. I don't know what he's so upset about. I can't possibly think that he doesn't think that he feels like I haven't taken care of him properly today. Just took care of his food and water. I think he just wants to chat. And speaking of chat, we've got Cosmo's favorite hat. Would you look at that? Don't sit and scat, take care of the cat. Wipe your feet on that outdoor doormat. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. Captain's ring. All right, we've got a damage boost. We've got a hat, and apparently we've got you as well. But let me wait on that because I want to see what Iris is selling, because this floor is almost looking to be like too good to be true, strangely enough. See ya, guys. Hey, I'm a dumbass. Yeah, I know someone had made a comment joking about knowing if I could charge Aqua Breaker. It was a few runs ago, but yeah, I saw your comment. See, the thing is, at that point, like anytime you saw me just throw it uncharged, it was the right choice for that moment. Because sometimes you just need the coverage. You don't necessarily need the damage. You just need the enemies to back off you for a moment. And that's when I use Aqua Breaker uncharged. Same like when I use Shock Nova without fully charging it. Because in the long run, yes, it's good to get a bunch of damage out and fast, but ultimately, what you want to do is survive, and if you're taking a bunch of damage because you're always charging your charge spells, then your charge spells go from being a help to being a hindrance. I can't stress that enough because the ultimate goal is still survival. Okay, so we're going to boost that. Don't think I'm going to have the money for Dynamic Disarray, but if I do, I'll come back for it. Actually, maybe I won't, because the next level is going to be the Thundering Keep, and they're just going to shrug off electric damage and shock status, so Yeah, Cecil is just having a field day with me, and apparently I forgot to silence my phone again, so off to a great start today. This is going to be a good day of recording. So what you're trying to tell me, Darksage, is that you're kind of an idiot. I mean, didn't we already know that? Again, refer to some of the photos you've seen of me. Do I look like the type of guy who always knows what's going on? Yes, that's right, I do post photos of myself on my Discord every now and again. So if you're interested in what the fat guy looks like, by all means. Alright, I'm not gonna have enough for dynamic disarray, so let's spend our money on giving ourselves a nice little boosted ledge to stand on here. Oops. Alright. Looking good. Oh, and the Crimson Clover. Jeez, game, you're just too kind to me. Now what I really need is the Puffy Parka. Also, I have seen some of the comments that were made in the Discord about how unlucky I am to be constantly getting Atlas at rank 3. And yeah, I don't know why that's a thing. I don't know why that keeps happening to me. It's just for some reason the game is like, oh, you said you want to fight Atlas now, right? I don't know why the game is a racist stereotype of Chinese people, but Darksage, it doesn't make it okay just because you acknowledge that it's not okay. Well, I think when it comes to satire, when you acknowledge it, you're understanding that, yeah, it's just a joke, calm down. That's ultimately what I'm getting at with that comment. But yeah, I don't know why RNG finds it fit to have me go up against Atlas on rank 3 almost every time I do a run. It's like... It's like for some reason the universe has just deemed it fit to make sure that I have the hardest time of any Wizard of Legend player. And then even, okay, stop. You guys are assholes. But to finish what I was saying, don't feel like you have to charge your charge spells every time. Sometimes what you need is control and coverage. You don't always need full damage. That's the thing. Charging up those spells all the way is an option, not a necessity. Alright. Now that I've gotten that off my chest, let's see if we can't, do this right here. And this is one of the things I like about Shock Nova as one of those charge spells, is that you actually want the enemies to get close while you're charging it, so that you can just let it go in their face like that. Good magic. Alright, what do we have here? Well, I see no reason not to take Dragon Blast. Draw enemies in, blow them away, and keep them in my preferred range, right around mid. Alright, we haven't found the... Oh no, we did find the red portal, it just didn't get activated for some reason. Pardon me. Nocturne! You there! Give me money! Money, 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 money! Give me 10 yen right now! Yeah, let's not fight while... Let's not exactly fight while we're in a map. Helps to see what the enemy is doing. Just a thought, brain. Maybe try working with it. There's Anders. And of course there's the Puffy Parka just outside of affordability, so hopefully we'll be able to afford it when we're done here. There we go. Beautifully done. Executed with grace and panache, and hey, Puffy Parka. So here's the reason why Puffy Parka is something I was really looking for. With Crimson Clover, I get 15% critical hit chance. I'm sorry, words are difficult for me today. Hold on. I get a 15% critical hit chance bonus, but so do my enemies. Now with this, that essentially turns all of their critical hits into a chance for me to evade. So now there's absolutely no downside to Crimson Clover. I get more critical hits, I get more damage, they get screwed, I get happy. The world is a good place sometimes. Alright. On to Atlas himself. Named, of course, after the Greek Titan of the Earth. So it makes sense that what we have here is essentially a big bodybuilder with reindeer horns. Darksage, those are tree branches. Yeah, I'm aware of that, but they're designed to look like reindeer horns. Oh shit, that was quick. Yeah, let's not take a rock to the face. That just seems like a very bad way for the day to go. There you go. Nah, I don't want heroic lead. Besides, that's not very wizardly. That's more, you know, Zangief. Yeah. Hopefully people understand Street Fighter references. It's not like Street Fighter is an unpopular game by any means, just I don't know how well my audience knows Street Fighter. There you go. Remember when I said that would kill you last? I lied. Oh, you know we're gonna come back for Dice and Nemesis. Assuming we have the money for it, of course. Hey, excuse me, could we maybe not be giant meat bags now? Really like Bouncing Blaze to get upgraded. It would just make my day so much better. Beautiful. What? Gaia's Shovel? I mean, okay, I don't have any earth attacks, but I'll remember that if I find any that I really like. And it would just be a shame if Iris were to sell me knockout gold, wouldn't it, guys? Sweet. Beautifully executed. Well, there's our Bouncing Blaze upgrade, and I want it, but I also want that Dice of the Nemesis, which would arguably be a little bit more useful. Sweet. I know, buddy. What was I thinking? Why did I think that was on the L button? Yes, that's why I walked up to the enemy and then just stood there. Stood there? God, my brain, I swear. Is this the effect of staying up really late doing something? I swear I'll be okay, but yeah, maybe I stayed up a little late. Not that I really care. I was having a good time and, you know, enjoying myself, but I have to be aware of the consequences of such actions, such as not being able to talk right the next day and constantly switching one consonant for another. This also has had the unintended consequence of me now forgetting what I was talking about, so yay, genius of me. Good bird. You're just not a care in the world. Alright, so I definitely think I'm going with Dice of the Nemesis, and I will pick up the Bouncing Blaze upgrade as soon as I can. There we go. Looking good. Hello, Bladed Vines. I'd rather stick with what I have, but hello. Come on, finalize that pattern, thank you. Owie. Okay, you guys can piss off. Yeah, that's what you get. You guys ganging up on me with your long-range attacks. Who do you think you are? There we go. Ooh, an icy wind sentry over there. I like the idea, but I'm just not 100% sure about it. So I guess I'll wait and see what else I can spend my money on. You know, like this. And anytime I see Merchant's card, that's pretty much an automatic purchase for me. I don't know about you guys, but I like the idea of my damage incrementally getting better as I go along the run. Well, then why didn't you pick up Cartographer's Quill? Because I had a different idea in mind. After picking up both the chaotic Crimson Clover, after picking up the Crimson Clover and forgetting all about all the lessons I learned about speaking English when I was in school, then it just made sense to go with something that would... I mean, thanks. I'm glad you decided that that was a good idea. But yeah, after picking up the Crimson Clover, it really just kind of felt like... that it really felt like Dice of the Nemesis was a better option. Whimsical Explodium, okay. Oh, thank you, Frostfan. It is one of those spells that, as a signature, I don't think it's great. It's necessarily great. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not great. It's definitely not something Tony the Tiger would endorse. But as just a standard spell, oh, it's so good. There we go. So I could afford Wind Sentry now. I guess the question is, would it be worth it? And that is where I start to have hang-ups. Whereas I like Wind Sentry, it wouldn't exactly be the best choice out there against Freya and her band. By the way, was I just, did time dilate for a moment because I'm a little sleepy, or did that guy just suddenly move at double the normal frame rate of the game? I'm gonna assume it's because I'm sleepy and not paying attention, because that makes a lot more sense than looking at it going, oh my god, he just decided to cast haste on himself. What has the world come to? Please go through the door. I know I'm embarrassing myself right now, but it's not that bad, is it? I mean, you can't... Yeah, I'll take that. So I just made the decision for myself. It's nothing against Wind Sentry. This is more so based on the idea that just... Oh, hello. See, Dice of the Nemesis is just paid for itself. Cassim's Airy Cloak. Well. Now look at that, we've got full relics. I don't even need to drop that Curious Relic Cube, but I'm going to. But it's not time yet. Remember, floor 3-1. Oh, jeez. Thank you, Dice of the Nemesis. See, that is a special combat technique that very few people know about. It's known as the what the fuck were you thinking? And it has a lot of really good uses for just throwing people off when they think that you've got them, and then you throw your attack in the opposite direction. It really makes them stop and go, what did I just witness? And it throws them off and makes them take you less seriously. You know, some people call it the feigned swing, some people call it the what the fuck were you thinking? I mean, neither one is necessarily wrong, you just gotta go with your gut on that one and trust your feelings. Darksage, are you trying to justify really screwing up an attack? Yes. Aha. Hey, I am just having a time now. Okay, dodge the fireball. I'm so sick and tired of pits. And I'm not gonna lie, that is a design decision that I could totally be okay with them just, you know, not using anymore. So, if I'm willing to sacrifice some run speed, I could take the Anchor of Burden. But that would require room for more relics. And you know, we'll have room for more relics once we've dropped the Curious Relic Cube. So after we drop the Mystery Box and we see what that has in store for us, then we'll go back and think about that Anchor of Burden. Right now, let me relearn how to play this game. Because as funny as it is to see me constantly fall in holes trying to dodge attacks, this is not supposed to be a game. This is not supposed to be a game of wizard go down the hole. God, there's so many good relic choices this time around. I mean, inversely, that means that when I drop this Curious Relic Cube, it's just going to be trash as far as the eye can see, but... Oh, engulfed in the thunder. You know, Darksaid's thunder is actually the sound that lightning makes. It's not actually the electricity itself. Trying to berate me with science here? You know, hypothetical listener? Okay, I am just getting destroyed here. What is going on? Okay, can we not now? Okay, can we just not with this? What are you doing here? Shouldn't you have been dead? Why do you constantly force me to put up with your mistakes? Alright, so... let's wait until after the boss. Maybe I won't need it. Hey, could you maybe... Hey, what the fuck? Alright, I am just completely out of it, apparently. Survivability? Who needs that? Just throw your face into the monster. It's okay, they'll never be able to counter that strategy. The cunning strategy of face and sword. And don't worry, guys, I got this. I can see that they're firing arrows and swinging swords at me, but don't worry, I know exactly how to do this. I'll block it using my face. Eh? What the hell is this guy smoking? Alright, so it is Mystery Box time. If you haven't gotten your 5 guesses in for the Mystery Box, then do it now, and I will count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mystery Box! Alright, so the Mystery Box items this time are Lastborn's Gauntlet, Token of Elegance, Auditor's Talisman, Gilded Helmet, and Heavy Travel Jacket. I will take the Heavy Travel Jacket. So, if you guys got at least 2 of those relics, then feel free to pat yourself on the back, as you will be deciding my next theme run, outside of the one that's happening tomorrow, so probably Thursday's run. If you didn't get 2 of them, then relax, it's no big deal. We will simply try again. There will be other times, there will be other weeks. Alright, so now that we've determined that, let's go ahead and drop that and pick up the Anchor of Burden. And yes, it is a hit to my speed, but... actually, let's do it this way. It is a hit to my speed, but it's not enough of a hit to my speed that it's actually an overall detriment. And because I have a few cursed relics, it's still a 15% power boost. So, I don't know, I'm feeling pretty good about that. Onwards! Let's see if I can't do better on this floor than I did on the previous, because there was some embarrassment involved there. There we go. That's looking better. I know I've brought this up before, but part of the problem is the escape routes that I'm choosing to use. Because it is not a good idea just to stand there and let the enemies smash your face in. So what I would recommend, you know, me being the intelligent and talented man that I am, is first of all, question why Thundering Chain keeps doing that, because I'm pretty sure that's a Thundering Chain thing. If you cast it while standing too close to a wall, it just kind of farts out. Matter of fact, I'm going to test that. Yeah, it just farts out if you cast it too close to a wall, so be careful! Things aren't always the way they seem. I love it. Scales of Babylon, I like it, but not what I need. What are you selling? Okay, I like both Knockout Boulder and Blazing Lariat. And taking Knockout Boulder would actually be good for Captain's Ring, but I think, considering that we're going up against Freya, I should just hold on to Thundering Chain, even though it's getting a penalty to its damage for Luxury Handbag. I think it's still the better choice. To finish what I was saying, the escape routes that you choose in order to avoid damage are just as important as just smashing the enemy's face in with a crowbar. So when choosing an escape route, the best routes to choose are, of course, going to be routes where you've already cleared out all the enemies. That way, you can be sure that there's no surprises and nothing is going to jump out at you and just be like, "Hey, motherfucker, boo!" And that's part of the problem that I was having, is that I was choosing poor escape routes. How that affects, you know, constantly falling into pits, that's more of a game design choice. I can't explain to you the logistics of how I kept dodging into pits. My brain said, "No, you need to get out of there now!" So instead of having a good amount of time to figure out where to dodge to in order to properly avoid the inevitable damage from falling into a deep, dark chasm, my brain was just like, "Oh shit, here goes a fireball. That way's open." I see... Oh, it's Drea! Okay, hold on. You know I have to have a fairy with me. We got him, girl. He's a sucker for silks. Oh my goodness, the hits just keep coming and they don't stop! Alright, up to Freya. Like I said, I feel as though holding on to Thundering Chain just for this is probably the wisest idea. Once it allows me to strike from a safe distance, I don't have to get in there. Yeah, on level 3, her Ice Spear is really difficult to dodge. Signature! Yeah, you get a version of Permafrost Bulwark that actually does something. The version I get to use just makes me stand there and take damage. Yeah, Permafrost Bulwark. Now, I openly admit that perhaps I was using that spell wrong, but remember, the first impression is typically the most important, and the first impression I got of that spell is, why would anyone trust their lives to this garbage? Made a mistake. There we go. Oh, also I can just do that now. Beautiful. Alright. We have become very powerful. We are a black mage to be reckoned with. I just realized only now that I hadn't upgraded Bouncing Blaze. But it's not my fault. I didn't see the upgrade for it. Sorry. Alright, there we go. Think we're all set to go. You know, Dark Sage, you could still have the 5% damage if you just drop the fairy. It's always good to have critical blade, to have Assassin's Blade when you have a good critical hit chance, because just that little bit of extra damage can be really big. You'd have even more extra damage though, another 5% if you just drop the fairy. It'll be happening 5% faster, all you need to... I'm not dropping the fairy. Wow! Besides, we seem to do just fine, Drea and I. Didn't even need Pazu's hat, I could have dropped that. But, how is one to know? Alright, so that is another Mystery Box episode down. Remember, if you got at least 2 of them right, then you get to choose the run that I do for this upcoming Thursday. And that brings up the... Shut up. Shut up, Sura. No one cares what you have to say, bro. That brings up the topic of the next poll, and I have a very interesting one for you this week. This week, we are showing our appreciation for Arnold Schwarzenegger by putting up 2 of his more iconic roles as the choices. So this week, the choice is going to be... Which one is the one from Commando? Is it Butch or is it Dutch? I want to say it's Dutch, but... No, not Commando, Predator. I'm dumb, I'm sorry, Predator. Do we go, I think it's Dutch from Predator, or Conan the Barbarian? Let me know in the comments below what you think sounds more interesting. And again, I thank you all very much for tuning in. I appreciate you supporting me. Drop me a like, leave me a comment, vote in the poll. Remember, it's Dutch from Predator, at least I think it's Dutch, it could be Butch, or Conan the Barbarian. And I will see you guys in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I will be seeing you.